Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna, Yanaman. Nice to see you. Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Glory to my mother, Shira Gora Hari Das. Oh glorious, oh glorious, oh glorious. Glory, glory to you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare oh glory to you. Glory, glory to your faith, your connection, relationship with my Lord, with my Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare. Glory to my Maharaj, Srila Gora Haridas. Glory to the power, to his service and fact. Glory, glory to his beauty, his power, his spirit, his word. Oh glory, oh glory, oh glory to you. Glory to you. Oh glories to you. Oh glories, glories, oh glories to you. Aurelia, I'm looking all the time to add you. Hare Krishna. Glory to my Maharaj. Srila Gora Haridas. All glories to you. To the world to bring most powerful truth of God, the esoteric truth, the depth of God, the beauty of God. All glory to you. Glory, glory to my Maharaj, Srila Gora Haridas. Oh glories to you. Glory to the pastimes that you bring, the pastimes that you explain to us. Glory to the miracle, the magic of the pastimes. the living God inside. Krishna Prem is present all over the place, in the Sangha, in the devotees, in the world, in the verses that I'm reading now. I see the light of my dear most Lord. The light is shining like a star that says, the glory is present in the Sangha of my mother. Sila Guru Haridas, my Guru Maharaj, glory to you. Glory to you. Hare Krishna, glory to my Maharaj. Bhakti Vedanta Paramahamsa, Srila Gaura Haridas. Oh, glory to you. Glory to you. Glory to you. Glory to Spirit. Glory to you. Glory to you. Woo! Glory to you. To your throne. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Glory to your descent to the world. Glory to America, waking up Krishna, waking up God in the heart, and make him grow, grow, grow in my heart, and make him shine, shine, shine in my heart, and make him preach and teach. Make him talk in my heart. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I have been searching for yogas and yogas, but finally I found him back in my temple. The temple of the heart, temple of the heart, where he is preaching to me and revealing in my heart, in my chains of my big heart. Hollowed out by my Guru Maharaj, hollowed out by Sri Gora Haridas, cleaned out by my Guru every single day, giving me the pleasure of meeting him, my Lord, encounter him. Hare Krishna. Imagine everybody would meet him, would meet my dear most Guru Maharaj. Imagine he would reveal himself to everybody of the whole world. There would be real peace in the hearts. every heart would be purified. There would be love and peace all around. You imagine everybody would come in contact with my Guru Maharaj. Srila Gaura Haridas Maharaj, the one who transforms you into a dearest one of Chaitanya, a friend of Radha Krishna. Everybody would have it. Everybody would share the knowledge of God. The Lord would be present, strong in the world, through all those devotees. There is one source here in the world, the true vine connected to his Lord. He has a wonderful name. His name is Gaura Haridas Maharaj. What a wonderful name is this. What a wonderful personality. Oh glorious, oh glorious, to the shining sun of my dear most Lord. Oh glorious, oh glorious, oh glorious, to Srila Gaura Haridas. One more. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Radhe Radhe, Hare Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Glory, glory to Maharaj, Gaura Haridas, oh glorious to you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Okay, I'll stop singing now. Yeah. Let me just run and I will be right back. So, Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Pristaya Bhutale, Hare Krishna Asu BD, and Jan, and Rijboevan, and that's all I see. Everybody's watching the course in Belgium, I think. Oh, Rijboevan, you're right. Maybe 20 messages, man. Yeah. Okay. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Pristaya Bhutale, Srimati Bhaktivedanta Paramahamsa Sri Ragora Haridas Maharaj Acharya Iti Namine. Namaste Prabhupada Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Tsuyavati Pastachateja Tarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Ajaita Gadadhara Srivas Adikora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adikora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Is dat Radhe die dat schrijft? Hare Krishna, Ah ja, oké, Radhe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ik dacht dat dat tot 's avonds laat ging duren. Radhe. Wat weet ik daarvan? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare. Francis there as well? Or is he working? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Bogakar. Wat weet ik? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Advaita. Gadadhara. Srivas. Adhikora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Advaita Gadadhara. Srivas. Adhikora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Advaita Gadadhara. Srivas Adhikora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Advaita Gadadhara. Srivas Adhikora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya, Jaya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Pravaricharana. Sri Advaita Katatara. Srivas. Adikora Bhaktavrida. Okie dokie. Let me read a little bit. Will be a short video, I think. Oh. So, this is chapter 18 from Anjalila Chaitanya Charitamrita. Oh glories to my Maharaj Sri Gauraridas. Oh glories, to Srila Prabhupada and Disciple Klein. Oh glories, to Krishna Das Kaviraj. And oh glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhupada Sri Ajayita Katadara Srivas Adigora Bhaktavrinda. When he heard Swarupa Damodara recite a verse concerning the Rasa Lila, or he himself recited one, he would personally explain it, as he had previously done. You can keep on explaining verses. They are always new and fresh. They always look new, and you always find new things to talk about. It's extremely beautiful, extremely wealthy. Every verse is very wealthy. Like I said, every verse is a garden for me. I wander from garden to garden, you know. I really wander from garden. In every verse, I can find a new home. In every verse, I find a new Vrindavan. In every verse, I feel at home. I feel perfectly at home. And I feel a sitting place, and I feel a sleeping place, a place to lay down, a place to lie under the sun, a place to lie under the moon, a place to feel and to see the shining stars that are lightening up every syllable of a verse and explain me in the depth. Sometimes one word can mean a whole page, one word can mean a whole chapter. Those verses are eternal, not only big and profound, but also eternal. So they continue giving us food, they continue giving us stars, they continue giving us bread, they continue giving us new wine, new insights. That's the difference between a material word and a transcendental word. There's a huge difference in that, a really huge difference in it. It's transcendental. People don't know what transcendental is. They have no idea. And you see it on Lochana. Why is he coming actually? He comes to disturb. I don't have a grandmother feeling towards him. And although I recognize typical the attitude of youngsters, I don't uh, I don't romantic that at all. Youngsters can be very rude and extremely arrogant. Um, and it's not because somebody is only 20 years old that they are innocent. It's not because somebody is only 20 years old that I feel romantic feelings. No, I don't feel that he's like my grandson. I can see that my kids were never like that. They would never go into a video and challenge an older person. They would never do that to start with. Um, so For me, I always worked with young people, and they all had respect for the elders. And I don't consider myself as an elder because then I was much younger, but they had respect for the boss, for the director. They would never have the big mouth, and the arrogance of Lo Chan is he's extremely arrogant, and he comes actually with demoniac feelings, with demoniac to throw some dirt in our sangha, to throw a bomb, and then he disappears. He even doesn't do a little effort to have a decent conversation, to speak properly, to talk to Guru Maharaj. Um, e- Even if you don't believe in God, just have respect for somebody who has at least much more life experience. At least, if you don't have that little bit of respect, what to say about respect for divine personality as Guru Maharaj? So yeah, it he never had any. He said, "I have been raised up in Krishna consciousness." No, no, that's like people who wear a sari because it's good fashion, or because husband asks that without asking questions. Why should I wear a sari? Why would I go to a temple if I don't believe in anything? If me too, I think that Prabhupada is a pedophile. If you think those things, jongens toch, it's unbelievable how people think, um, how much more Judases and there are in the world. It's unbelievable. So no, he never had. He says, "I have been raised in Krishna consciousness." Then I can say, "I have been raised as a Catholic." I have not. I have been baptized. Yes, that's true. And my father had friends who were priests, and we visited them in a monastery few times a year. We went visiting there, and we ate there, and we played there in that garden. Does that mean that I got a Catholic education? Not at all. He was just visiting old friends. So it's all blah blah blah. Really talking about God requires some knowledge, requires some interest, and being interested in Krishna, and follow a master like you should follow a master. So yeah, he he doesn't know what he's saying. He's actually, of course, I will be merciful to him, and I will give him my attention, and because he comes in the stream, and he maybe deep in his heart, he is he has been sent to Guru Maharaj. Who knows? Who knows? But we had many of that. Of course, what they received, they received. It's never in vain. So Guru Maharaj is very merciful. That doesn't mean that I don't consider him as a very arrogant guy, um, who doesn't know he has been raised as a devotee. But his parents were hippie devotees, so how were they really Hare Krishnas? There are millions like that, million devotees like that, who actually like that music, like that food, like that perfume, like the jewels, the dresses, like to chant Hare Krishna because it's from India, uh, because it's new fashion, etc., etc. There are millions like that. Are they devotees? No. They are people who try to find a place, to try to belong to a group. These are not devotees. They're not sincere at all. So yeah, today I thought, yeah, it's good that he's going, young. It's good that he's going. He shows just he comes to throw some dirt. Mike is good association, and then he leaves. So, and Guru Maharaj again warned once more for the weak devotees of our Sangha not to go to Mike's class, you know, not to go to Mike's class. And he said it so many times. And who is going to Mike's class? The weak devotees. It's unbelievable. So, to explain, and then you get poisoned. You absolutely get poisoned. That's the proof. You really get poisoned by Mike's preaching, because you have been disobedient. You know, this is unbelievable. And he's a real demon. If we all say that he's a real demon, why are you going there? If we all say he is a real demon, I don't understand. You know, to explain fully all those verses and all the transformations that took place in the Lord's body would require a very large volume. So, as not to increase the size of this book, I have not written about all the Lord's pastimes, for he performed them every moment of every day for 12 years. As I have previously indicated, I am describing the mad speeches and bodily transformations of the Lord only in brief. Ivananta, with his 1,000 hoods, tried to describe even one day's pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He would find them impossible to describe fully. If Ganesha, Lord Shiva's son and the expert scribe of the demigods, tried for millions of millenniums to fully describe one day of the Lord's pastimes, he would be unable to find their limit. Even Lord Krishna is struck with wonder at seeing the transformations of ecstasy in his devotees. If Krishna himself cannot estimate the limits of such emotions, how could others? That's unbelievable. Eh? It's that powerful. Devotion is so special. I'm so fortunate that I received it. Unbelievable. Eh? Unbelievable. Oh my God, I'm so grateful. But I never went to a temple in an insincere mood. I always went to search for Krishna. It was always with a good intention, you know. And the Lord sees that, really. Even Lord Krishna is struck with wonder at seeing the transformations of ecstasy in his devotees. If Krishna himself cannot estimate the limits of such emotions, how could others? Krishna himself cannot fully understand the conditions, the mode of progress, the happiness, and the, and the unhappiness, and the moods of ecstatic love of his devotees. He therefore accepts the role of a devotee to taste these emotions fully. First of all, I want to say something about the unhappiness. That's not the unhappiness like in the world, like we are unhappy to miss a person or something, that's not unhappiness that devotees have. The unhappiness is actually very transcendental. Actually, the unhappiness is also happiness. Because if you don't know the Lord, you can miss Him instead of missing a person. You miss that person, you miss that transcendental person, you know. And you can be very, very happy that you can you can praise yourself very lucky if you can I don't find the word experience that unhappiness of not finding him. Because, and there are different degrees. There are in these degrees that devotees say that they are in separation of really not finding him, being separated from him. I can't talk about that. I don't have that. Yes, a few minutes it happened during a video to teach me something. I still don't know what. Maybe to give me the experience how it feels. Because I wasn't proud. I was not proud. I was relishing a verse and I was really very, very proud. Yeah, I was proud of him. I was very surprised and full of wonder and full of admiration. That's the word. I was full of admiration for the Lord. And then suddenly he was gone. But it didn't last long. It didn't last long. But it was a heavy thing because it was boom, from 1 minute to another, from 1 second to another. Just, he was gone. Whoops, he was gone, man. I thought, man, where are you now? Where are you now? This was heavy. And then another time when I took a drug without knowing it, I ate a chocolate with a drug inside, and I didn't know that, and I was suddenly lost. I was lost. I didn't know. I couldn't find Krishna anymore. But that was in the beginning stage. After that, it never happened. What happened is that I myself was disturbed and did not wanted to connect to Krishna. These moments have been there that I didn't want to chant, that I didn't want to go live, that I didn't want to go in the stream. These moments, but that's not Krishna who disappears. That's me who is revolting towards him because of not understanding. And what I learned here in this Sangha from my Guru is as well as on material level as on transcendental level. Understanding is the highest happiness, materially and transcendentally, but transcendentally is, of course, much higher, much fulfilling. But not understanding why things happen, that is giving you unhappiness. If you cannot put the finger on it, if you cannot see what the meaning is of it, what the goal of it is, what the purpose is of it, if you can't see that, that kind of unhappiness is real unhappiness. From the moment you can have an understanding, you're happy. You're really happy, you know. So, ecstatic love of Krishna, So the modes of progress, well, let me read this verse again. Krishna himself cannot fully understand the conditions, the mode of progress. And that is something that, and I know that there are devotees who are angry to me for that, because I made progress and I can talk about that progress. Not because I'm better than anybody else, but because I am in the Sangha of Guru Maharaj already for 9 years. So it would be sad if I would not have made progress. So I made progress. And I can talk about that progress, the mode of progress, how the progress works. And I'm very grateful that the Lord offers us that progress. And I like to preach about it, to inform others how it works so that it would be recognizing or recognizable for them. The happiness and the unhappiness, yeah, I explained that, the happiness and unhappiness. Yeah, sometimes when you go through purification, you can be unhappy because you don't understand what is happening. From the moment you know what is happening, there you go, the light is shining. Then the light is really shining. The modes of ecstatic love of his devotees. Yeah, how? How do you feel during this, when you have this symptom and when you have that symptom? How can you know what it feels if nobody explains it to you? Let me see if there are comments. Hare Krishna, Francis. En Simke. Sim says, tijdens de koers vertelde de commentator een mop. Wat is de overeenkomst tussen de ballen van een man en het wereldkampioen? Geen idee. Geen Italië. Hare Krishna, Haridas Sanvar. Nice, nice to see you. Ik heb alle respect voor de ouder wordende mens. Echter begrijp ik ook dat het dezelfde mensen zijn die de maatschappij hebben gemaakt tot wat het nu is. Ja, als je het beter kunt, we zullen zien hoe dat je het beter kunt. Hè. Wij hebben ook maar geërfd wat dat onze ouders gedaan hadden. Maar ik bedoel maar, what I meant was, like Lochana comes in, he's pretentious. He's really pretentious. And I say it in my video, I'm not going to say that in Guru's class. I don't have that grandmother feeling for him. I don't have that. No. No, for me, he's an arrogant piece of shit, really, just like Mike. If you associate with a person like that, you become like him, you know. So, where was I? I continue. Guru Maharaj sent something in the groups. Let me go back to the text now. Yeah, I'm jealous on Guru. He's traveling and he's like a young guy, you know. His health is so much better than mine. And he's only 5 years older. And he's even 5 years older. Ecstatic love of Krishna makes Krishna and his devotees dance. And it also dances personally. In this way, all three dance together in one place. This is wonderful. This is really a miracle that actually our Guru offers us. This is the miracle why Guru Maharaj came to the world, to experience that, to dance with Radha and Krishna as a third person, and to deliver this miracle, this magic to us. So now I can do that. I do that as well. And that is actually the highest experience that one can experience. And I'm very grateful that I received this from my guru. Ecstatic love of Krishna makes Krishna and his devotees dance. And it also, that same love, make also dances personally. Who is that same love? Ecstatic love of Krishna. It's Radharani. Radhe is dancing with Krishna first of all. She's dancing with him, and she gives us her manners, her qualities. She takes us with, with her. So therefore, we need to connect to her first. Therefore, we say Hare Krishna. First her, first, first glorify her, Hare and then Krishna. If you are not connected to her, there is nobody can speak about Krishna then. It's not possible. He won't be visible. He won't be knowable by anybody. Nobody would know him. So you connect to her. You caress her feet. You massage her feet. You call her and you say, "Come on, Radhe, let's be friends. I will bring you to Krishna. If I can go with you, and then the door goes open." It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And that's why we see that's the Holy Trinity. See? Guru Maharaj dancing with Radha and Krishna, all three of them. That's the Holy Trinity that I have now himself, the devotee with Radha and Krishna. I understand because I experience how it works. I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. I experience the Holy Trinity myself now by the mercy of my Guru. Doesn't mean that I'm Guru now, but I inherit. I inherit what he preaches, and that is his goal. That is the purpose. That's why he's preaching, to give it to me like he does it, to follow in his footsteps, to share it with the world, to multiply myself, my Holy Trinity, with the world as well. One who wants to describe the transformations of ecstatic love of Krishna is like a dwarf trying to catch the moon in the sky. It's very difficult to describe it. The transformations of ecstatic love of Krishna. It's very difficult to describe it. But those who have some experiences, they can have a drop of an idea of it, and they are happy with it. As the wind can carry away but a drop of water in the ocean, a living entity can touch only a particle of the ocean of love of Krishna. Let me read it again. As the wind can carry away but a drop of the water in the ocean, a living entity can touch only a particle of the ocean of love of Krishna. We are not capable, our bodies are not strong enough. And by the way, we must be very satisfied if only one drop touches our hearts through all those layers. Maybe there was a little hole in my heart when I started to paint that deity and that drop could enter inside of me. But you see, that is what makes devotees into devotees. When you have an ecstatic experience, you know there is a God. You know Krishna exists. Because for me, I was not really believing in statues, in deities, in these kind of forms, because I thought from far away you should not glorify or not worship statues. So that was in my mind. So, but then I thought, but let's try it out. Let's try it out. And that's my message to Luciana. You know, why don't you try it out? I was humble enough to say, okay, Jan, yeah, you can bring your big deity, you can bring him. Um, but I wanna paint him because I don't like you painted not I'm a perfectionist, so he painted it and was not nice, not well done. I wanna paint him nicely, and he said okay. And then I was in the bathroom for 14 days. We have a bath and we have a shower. So we all only took showers. The bath was for my husband in the past. So that deity stayed in that bath for 14 days, standing up. And I washed him with warm water, and I was talking to him. I'm very sorry that I'm hurting you. I'm very sorry. Sorry because the water is maybe too hot. Sorry, now I'm crouching on your body to take off the. So I thought, you never know. You never know. Let's give it a try. You never know, you know. And after a few days, my heart starts to shine like that picture of Guru Maharaj, because that's how it works when you become ecstatic. My heart started to shine and I felt the rays around. I had red cheeks for 14 days, and I felt happy because of understanding. There was something that I understood. Krishna lives. That deity worship is bona fide, but look, it gives me divine happiness. It gives me so much happiness now. I want to go to the temples, but I was still so full of layers from society, and oh my God, so you have no idea how much sorrows I had. You think you had sorrows? You have no idea how it is to raise your kids all alone. 3 kids all alone, you know, to take care of a paralyzed husband and to be left alone with loads of debts. Sorrows that I had. My head was worry, 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 worry. That was all in that head. Only worry, 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 worry. And and then suddenly somebody start to shine inside of me, and I was a believer. I believed. And if you have those experiences, you can really thank the Lord, because he has been very, very, very merciful. And that was actually the start of my path. And that word that was spoken inside of me was also the Lord himself who spoke to me. I exist. I am Krishna. I am Krishna. And you can worship me through worshiping a deity. And I started to worship the deities with Lalita Madhava. I started to believe that, and it worked. And I cried when I gave them a bath, and oh my God, and it became wonderful. And I started to grow flowers in the garden, etc., etc. Um, so this is on a very low, 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 low level. This is a very low level. You cannot compare that with worship that Guru Maharaj offers us. But I gave it a try, you know. I gave it a try. And I went to the temples. I gave it a try to do service. I went cleaning. I did real service. I thought, you never know. You never know. But I was searching for Krishna as well. I was searching because I felt something. I wanted to feel him again, you know. There was only a drop, but it meant so much for the devotee. It means so much. To receive such a little drop of that ocean means so much for the devotees. Endless waves arise moment after moment in that ocean of love. How could an insignificant living entity estimate their limits? It's impossible. It's impossible. Even after you don't know, if you don't have a spiritual master, a real teacher, you don't know that there is more than that experience with that deity. You're looking to have that again because you want that closeness again, but you cannot predict that there is more. After that, I had some other experiences, but never as big as the first one, and not as long as that first one, until I met Guru Maharaj. And then there was really the explosion. And we are Easter today. It was the explosion of I have been arisen. And I need to say, I got an Easter experience, I got a Christmas experience, and I got a Pentecost experience, all in one day, all in 8 hours, all three of them. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And that, such a big experience. I propagated that and I keep on propagating that. Such an experience. I cannot imagine that anybody would have that all by himself unless he comes from the spiritual world, unless he had been sent like Siragorari does, unless he is a very special, rare, white bird in that flock of black ones who comes to the world because he did so much worship in a previous life, you know. The power that Guru Maharaj had to deliver that prem to others when he was a youngster. Can you imagine how he built it up? How he built it up, his knowledge towards God. How he built it up, his devotional service. It always increased and increased and increased. And he took his Lord with him wherever he went. And everywhere where he went, he wanted to feed his Lord. And nobody was capable to feed him. So Guru was actually left alone and he had to do it all by himself. Nobody's capable to do that. Nobody's capable to do that unless him, you know. So it's very special. Very, very special. Guru Maharaj has been swimming in that ocean of love for such a long time. And because he's a good swimmer and because he knows that ocean, he can deliver it to others as well, you know. But we cannot estimate their limits. We will never be capable to do that. Only a person on the level of Svarupa Damodara Goswami can fully know what Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya tastes in his love for Krishna. He still cannot fully know it because he's not in the body of Chaitanya. But he can know it much better than anybody else because he was, first of all, on that high level. He was a gopi. He must have had big experiences as well, being a gopi. He was a gopi, but he can guess it much better than us. But nobody can know how Chaitanya did, because otherwise Swarupa Damodara Goswami would have had the same symptoms. But the fact that he could describe it so good is because he could feel, he could eat the remnants of what Chaitanya offered to Sri Krishna. He could eat the remnants. And that's why it was visible. That's why he could worship in a higher way, on a higher level than anybody else. And that's why he could describe it. When an ordinary living entity describes the pastimes of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he purifies himself by touching one drop of that great ocean. And that's what I feel now every time that I describe what I'm reading. Every time that I dive inside of Chaitanya's body and that I receive a drop of his experience, and that I become strongly, strongly ecstatic, and that I enjoy his presence. Every time that I describe it, I have a lot of pleasure, transcendental pleasure as well. I'm going back to you guys again now to see if anybody had wanted to say something. Allee, damn it. Andromeda, nice to see you. Tikkie, 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 tikkie. Die gast is over het paard getild, maar gelukkig weten we dat hoogmoed voor de val komt, ja. Hare Krishna, Andromeda. Wie op zoek is naar waarheid, weet dat hij leeft in een leugen. Dat is waar. Goed gezegd, hè? Maar wie de leugen leeft, staat zijn wortels krom te groeien in de grond van Mahamaya. Ja. Ja. Yeah, if you don't want to hear the truth, this a beautiful verse. Hè? Wie in de leugen leeft, staat zijn wortels krom te groeien in de grond van Mahamaya. Ja, dat is waar. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I cannot translate that, Andromeda. It is in Dutch, and his writings are so beautiful, but I cannot translate it in English. So one more verse. Oops. Thus all the verses about the Rasa Lila dance were recited. Then, finally, the verse concerning the pastimes in the water was recited. Let's read that. As an independent leader among elephants enters the water with its female elephants, Krishna, who is transcendental to the Vedic principles of morality, entered the water of the Yamuna with the gopis. His chest had brushed against their breasts, crushing his flower garland and coloring it with red kumkuma powder. Attracted by the fragrance of that garland, humming bumblebees followed Krishna like a celestial beings of Gandharvaloka. In this way, Lord Krishna mitigated the fatigue of the Rasa dance. Then, by touching his chest, all of us, our chest becomes red with concoma powder. In summer, you can see that when I'm ecstatic and when I am excited and when I'm preaching, my neck and my chest here is red. It's really like a turkey. Or is there another bird who has that? But yeah, it's funny actually. While thus wandering near the temple of Aitota, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suddenly he saw the sea. Now, brightened by the shining light of the moon, the high waves of the sea glittered like the waters of the river Yamuna. And now I need to make a choice. Where am I going to dive in now? Am I going to dive in those high waves of the sea of Jagannath Puri? Those extremely high waves of bhakti. Guided by the moon, guided by Chaitanya. Am I going to do that now? Or am I going to dive inside of the river Yamuna? That river that carries all the knowledge of Krishna, that knows Krishna as nobody else. That river that attracts me so strongly. They gave me tears when I met her in real. No, both are Chaitanyas. The river Yamuna and the waves of Bhakti. It's all Chaitanyas. Why is he so attracted to the river Yamuna? Because she carries all the knowledge of Krishna. What does Chaitanya want? He wants to grab the knowledge. He wants to understand. It's him who teaches me that understanding is the higher pleasure. It's by his mercy, through my guru, that I got this in my head. That understanding gives you happiness, as well materially as transcendentally. Who knows that? People know that material understanding gives you happiness. But when you are not aware of the transcendental, you have no idea about that. But oh my God, if you come in contact with that understanding, oh my God, you become a searcher, you become a seeker, you become a mystic, you become a thief. You want to steal his flute. You want to steal what he plants, what he grows. The never-ending story of the devotee who is seeking for his Lord, finds him, connects with him, and wants him more and more and more. Mistaking the sea for the Yamuna, the Lord ran swiftly and he jumped into the water, unseen by the others. Falling into the sea, he lost consciousness and he couldn't understand where he was. Have you ever tried to swim in Jagannath Puri in those waves? I tried that. I still had my dress on. I didn't have a swimming suit in India. And I said to Balaram, I want to be in that water, man. Chaitanya has been there. I need to be there as well. Oh my God, those waves, they brought me back to the shore, to the beach. Constantly. I didn't swim one bit. It was impossible. So high and wild. Oh my God, my dress was completely wet, but it's lovely because it dried in the sun. It's so hot there. Oh my God, I wouldn't be capable to do that anymore. It is 8 years ago, and meanwhile, my body is, oh my God. Oh my God, you cannot compare me anymore with 8 years ago. Not at all. But the transcendental body is still growing. That's not going down. I'm happy for that. Falling into the sea, he lost consciousness. Oh my God. If you fall in that sea of bhakti, like he did, in such a big sea of bhakti, in his sea of bhakti, you lose your consciousness. You're not aware of the world anymore. No. Sometimes he sank beneath the waves, and sometimes he floated above them. Oh my God. And it is with waves that bhakti comes. When I give a class, I'm constantly in those waves. That's why when I sing, I do this, but I cannot move my arms properly anymore. But those waves are really, it's like a wind inside of your heart. The waves carried him here and there, like a piece of dry wood. Who can understand this dramatic performance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Nobody. If you can see the deep esoteric truth in it, then you're the happiest person in the world. Because then you understand what's not understandable in material life. Then you get the highest pleasure that there is. That is understanding God, understanding his jewels, understanding his presence, his surprises. The most deep truth, you know. And then you know, oh my God, now I can consider you, this truth, as my Father, because this truth is above all the other truths. All the other truths come from your truth. Yeah, this truth is my Father. You are my Father. Then I can understand that God is your Father, like Jesus said. Then you can understand the Father relationship because of that truth. That's what I receive now. That's what Krishna gives me now. God can be your Father. Mostly, I consider him as my son, as my lover. But when I speak about the highest truth that I can discover, that I can look upwards to, then I can consider him as my Father. Yeah, the truth is, this truth is above all the other truths. And this is the one who's teaching me. And he can be a son who teaches me in my heart, but he can also be a father that I discover in his scriptures. I will leave it until here, my friends. Is there still somebody else? Oh, Simke. If I translate it, it loses its power. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it needs to be Dutch. Its power and its beauty and its, yeah, its flow is flow. So, my friends, I will leave it until here. Thank you so much.